Oh my God.
A standoff with a man accused of stalking a Tucson police sergeant ends in a deadly shooting, and a U.S. deputy marshal was shot and killed as he tried to arrest a man who, according to new court records, had a history of making threats against officers and others. Deputy Marshal Chase White had been with the Marshal Service for about 3 years.
His boss says he was a hero. These police shootings, he says, happening way too often now. Carissa Planup's live outside the federal courthouse down in Tucson, and you found out he served in more ways than one, Carissa.
Yeah, we learned that Deputy Marshal White was an Air Force reservist, and he was set to take off from the Davis-Monthan Air Base here in Tucson on Monday to serve a 3-year deployment. Now, today, his law enforcement family at times got emotional talking about him and the loss to this entire community.
It has been said that a person dies twice, once when their body leaves them, and the second and final time is when their name is said for the last time. And we vow today, all of us, all law enforcement in the United States Marshal Service, that we will always mention Deputy White's name.
U.S. Marshal David Gonzalez mourning the loss of one of his own. Deputy Marshal Chase White, one of several law enforcement members serving a felony warrant in Midtown Tucson last night to arrest 26-year-old Ryan Schlesinger. Court records say he had been threatening Tucson police for months after a sergeant confiscated his gun last year while serving a petition for court-ordered mental health assistance. Court documents say Schlesinger opened fire with multiple rounds hitting Deputy White. White died at the hospital, leaving behind a wife and 4 children.
I'll tell you what kind of man he is. I came to the courthouse this morning, and I ran into a federal judge. She was coming to work, and she saw me, and she was crying and sobbing. The deputy marshal, who occasionally works in her court, made such a big impact on her, and I think that says everything about Deputy Marshal White.
The law enforcement community supporting one another, thankful for the community's prayers and kindness.
About half a block away from when this murder took place, a citizen had put up an American flag on his or her fence, and it really struck me that a simple gesture of putting a flag up on the fence in memory of Deputy Chance made a big difference, and we all were looking at it and thought, this is why we do this job.
Well, Schlesinger had an existing order of protection against him. He was apparently a student at Pima Community College when court records say he was threatening the administrator who suspended him for behavioral issues. Reporting live in Tucson, Carissa Planell for Arizona's Family.